He's too physical. This year, all that stuff just didn't work as well. It would probably behoove the Eagles to bring in somebody with a fresh perspective on where it's at currently. Because when you're in it, you're thinking about what you've done well in the past. You're thinking about how you've had success. It's like, man, I know this guy can do this. I know this can happen here. Yeah. When you bring in somebody else, it's like, man, this is where we're at now. And now we can bring in some fresh ideas. We can figure out a way to maximize things.
While keeping that nucleus together.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I don't think it needs to be anything actually that drastic. I think we probably want somebody who's been proven offensively as a successful coach, and he could come in and look at things under a new lens with a lot of similar pieces.
Well, the big topic right now is that fourth down call. And we know that Devontae missed the pass on that 3rd and 11. They didn't get lined up fast enough, or they were waiting to see what the defense might have shown to call a timeout and get the right play call going into that fourth down. And they end up going with what everybody's saying online, 4 verticals, which is, those of you that don't know football knowledge, it's a play that everybody has ran their entire lives. Like, we ran that at Heights, and we ran it at Cincinnati. We ran it every offense. It's day one type stuff. And I think that's getting thrown at Patullo as that's not the play call that needs to be called right there. If ever for, but every play that you call has an answer.
Yeah.
And it's up to those players on the field to be able to make it shake no matter what. Yeah. And I think, it's easy to point fingers at the end of the game when you're on your last dollar, you're on your last play, you're on this is your last chance to make it right. No, you had a whole 4 quarters to try and get that win. And it's a crazy, scenario to end the season on, knowing how much fucking talent was over there.
That's the thing. It's the highest paid offense in the NFL, and they are mediocre across the board. That's what I keep coming down to. The bottom line is this offense didn't live up to what it should have, right? And Patullo's the offensive coordinator, bears responsibility, and so do the players. That's my thing. I don't think the players played as good as they could have. And I love all those guys, and that's just the way it is sometimes. I had my seasons. I damn sure did. And, how do they rebound from this? Where do they go from here? There'll be new faces in. There'll be faces that are familiar, that are out. And the thing with Patullo, the fourth down call gets criticized because, the whole offense was criticized all year. Now, I don't think it's fair to ever just put it on one guy, especially when the passing game.
That's where I call bullshit. You can't just throw it on one guy.
Yeah, and Jalen said it after the game. I don't think right now is the time to put it on any one person. Now, listen, he is the offensive coordinator.
That is a responsibility.
Yeah. Well, it's not only to call plays, it's also to have the players play well. And that's the mark of all the coaches, right? That's Jeff Stalin is the best offensive line coach in the NFL. That's his job, is to get the offensive line to play well. We didn't play as well as we have in the past. Now, there's all sorts of excuses. Like, guys were hurt. Lane Johnson was out for half of the year, dang near. That makes it difficult. Again, I would like to see more creativity. I think the Eagles tried to. They tried to do more under center. So, if you're not going to do the gun runs with Jalen, you might as well get underneath, because that's why the gun runs are successful. He keeps people honest. He's a threat to go run the ball. Okay, now we got to get under center. Now we got to develop play actions. It's hard to develop all that stuff in the middle of a season. And it never got to what it needed to get to. And the offense as a whole, just the players were hurt. Guys didn't play as well. Saquon didn't have the same year because, in part, the offensive line wasn't as good. They were banged up. The run game is the main difference from this season to last season.
Still a fucking boatload of talent over there in Philly. And we got a boatload of talent still left in the playoffs, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Get to some of the other games in the wild card weekend. We already talked about that Bills-Jags game, but that Rams-Panthers game was just as exciting. A little bit more action on the offensive side. 34-31 Rams. Friend of the show, Matthew Stafford, went to fucking work. It's so fun seeing that dude play the game, man. How he can manipulate the defense with his eyes and his shoulders and just how he casually goes through progressions as a quarterback in the pocket. It's just fun as hell to watch that guy go to work, man. And especially later in the game when it all counts. Panthers almost pulled it off. And I think that was the bigger story, is that the Panthers actually gave the Rams a hell of a fucking fight.
That was definitely the story. I thought that the Rams would win this game pretty handily. The Panthers kind of snuck in there. hats off to Bryce.
Put up fucking 31 points in a wild card game.
He made a lot of freaking big plays.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Bryce Young continues to just improve and improve and improve. A guy that I think everybody was questioning whether he was going to be a bust or out when he got benched, 2 games in the last season?
Yeah.
Has reemerged. And, man, the Rams defense aren't any slouches, man. They got some horses over there. Their front can get after it. So, heck of a performance. I know it's not the outcome the Panthers wanted. At this point in the NFC, I do think it's going to come down to the Rams, Seahawks. I think they're the most talented teams left. Seahawks, it'll come down to, like, if Sam Darnold can deliver, that defense is, oh my God.
They fly around, dude. It is so fucking fun to watch them. Now they got to be ready though, man, because I mean, as much as we love to see how that team has played throughout the season and in big moments to feel like they're ready for these big moments, playoff football is playoff football, man. It is just a different beast, and you got to kind of have an understanding of what you're getting yourself into. So it's exciting to see. But Sam Darnold's a crafty vet at this point, knows how to win some ball games, and I'm excited to see next week's matchup, man.
I am too, man. I think, Rams, Bears, freaking 49ers, Seahawks, both of those games are going to be awesome to watch. And we watched a great game against the Bills and Jags. Jags almost pulled it off.
They were like that Seattle juice. They had the juice internally.
Yeah.
And they had the excitement. They come up big in big times throughout the season. But playoff football, it just felt like the Bills had a little bit more, just had a little bit more the other day, man. And I think Josh being in these moments before.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it.
Huge part of it, yeah.
Yeah. And this is what everybody keeps saying. I mean, I know Josh gets a lot of the attention for the Bills because he's the quarterback and he's the guy that's the biggest name left in the playoffs. But I know they beat the Jags and it's a great win for the Bills. I worry that this defense at some point and that Josh, I mean, the weapons they have offensively outside of the run game and Cook, it's not that significant. And like, how much can Josh really get done? Now, they got it done this week against the Jags. I'm always rooting for Josh. I love that guy, but I don't know. We'll see. This will be a big one this week.
Threw for 308 and got that thing out to damn near everybody on the fucking offensive side of the ball. Nine different Bills caught a pass, and including Brandon Cooks, who's only been on the roster since November. So he's seeing the field well, man.
But what are they going to do against Houston?
Make plays. It may make plays, dude.
I don't know, man. I just feel like they're going to struggle to get people open.
Josh is a big dude, and he makes plays as a quarterback. It's just, whether it's just breaking an arm tackle, getting out of these sacks, that's huge. Getting out of the pocket, making the defense have to play that extra, 6 seconds.
I wasn't really talking about this week. I was more just talking about like
if they beat the Broncos,
If they play Houston, they're not going to do anything. Well, the Broncos are so weird, man. Sometimes teams will freaking sneak up on them.
Number 1 seed is going to sneak up on them.
No, I'm saying sometimes teams sneak up on the Broncos.
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
Their defense is really, really good, but every once in a while, it's like, I don't know, Houston's defense is like fucking insane, like across the board.
It's about as legit as it gets right now.
And the Broncos are really good as well.
That's why it's playoff football, baby. It's the best there is. The best there is. Patriots, Chargers, not that exciting, but Patriots came out 16-3. Everybody was looking for Herbert to take that next step, man. Drops to 0-3 in the playoffs. Huge Herbert fan over here. And he was trying to make plays with his feet, but it just at the end of the day just didn't go well for him, man. There were a few, 4th downs that they came up short on.
They've been so banged up front. They've lost both of their star tackles.
Yeah, he was back there getting fucking rocked.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you want the guy to do.
We've seen it before, but at the same time, it's like, man, he's a fearless competitor. And
my guy Milton Williams is running around unblocked. I mean, they've had to try and overcome that all year, and it's a testament to them to even be here with some of the pieces that they've been missing up front and how good that defense is as well. Jesse Minter deserves a lot of credit for what he's built over there as well. As someone who played both of these teams, what do you think of that matchup?
Broncos got to show up in the first half. Not that they didn't against us. I'm just saying, they're notorious right now for finding ways to win at the end of the game. They have to show up in the first half. It's just you can't win in the playoffs by not putting together 4 quarters.
Unless you're Caleb Williams.
I stand corrected. I think the Bills being a veteran team kind of trumps some of that. You got to play all 4 quarters against the Bills.
Yeah.
You can't let Josh Allen get up there. He's a tempo controller, you know what I mean? And he'll absolutely wear you down as a quarterback, man, both in the pass game and run game. And he's starting to make, like, over the past, like, 3-4 years, he's been making the right decision. You know what I mean? I think if the Broncos come out, making plays, Bo Nix comes out, throwing the ball downfield early, being confident in his read, this is going to be a hell of a fucking game.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm hoping for. And if you're Denver, man, you got to wrap that dude up, man. You got to find a way to not let Josh Allen break tackles and get outside the pocket and not only make plays with his feet, but make plays with his arm outside of the pocket, because that's when you can really get fucking torched.
Well, the other game that we had this past week is the Texans-Steelers game. I was at that one. Score 30-6. Looks way more severe than what that game was for the vast majority of it, which was a defensive battle between both teams. The Texans are just so loaded across the board. Like, Pittsburgh's front is incredible. The Texans, like, every level of that defense has dogs all across it.
It does.
D'Amico Ryans and Matt Burke, the defensive coordinator, have them playing physical. If CJ Stroud can stay composed and poised, this team could be the best team in the AFC. That's the reality of it. Like last night against Pittsburgh.
It's kind of all in his hands right now, man.
Dude, I don't want to put it on him. And I think CJ's a great player. But it's like, dude, this is a year where it's like, dude, just freaking, you got some guys over there.
You got some dogs.
Don't make mistakes.
Your running back ran last night. Holy shit.
Yeah, Mark's.
He was getting down fucking hill. When you got that kind of physical game and you're getting pockets like he was getting, man.
Yeah.
It's all on the big guy, man. And obviously we're huge fans of him. I've had my opportunities to meet the guy, great guy and great player, even better guy on top of that. And he's just, it's all in his hands right now, the way that defense is playing.
Listen, it's going to be Texans versus New England. We're going to see the young quarterback that everybody likes, including me, Drake May, up in New England, face the best defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch this game. I really can't. Points are going to be at a premium in this one. I don't know where it's going to go. And it'll be fun to see between CJ and Drake May who can get it done. I don't know, man. This Texans defense, though, that's what I'm the most excited to watch.
Even bigger news than the Texans beating the Steelers is Mike Tomlin stepping away.
Okay.
Tomlin stepping down means the Steelers will retain his trading rights. He was not fired.
That's interesting.
The most recent coach that was traded was Sean Payton.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was for a first and second round pick. This is all news to me. I forgot coaches were even tradable.
Do you remember the one that happened in our childhood that I was like, that ended up being crazy?
Wait for it.
You got it.
Wait for it.
Another guy that did TV for a long time.
Bill Cowher.
No. John Gruden. John Gruden was famously traded from the Oakland Raiders to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I did not know that. And then he went back to the Raiders?
He won a Super Bowl and then at some point went back. I think the trade happened before the Super Bowl, which was from Oakland to Tampa Bay. I'm pretty sure. Are we doing this podcast by ourselves?
Is anybody listening?
He was traded. Sorry, I was snacking. He was traded to the Bucs and then met the Raiders in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It was the year after.
But he went back to the Raiders after. I'm just making sure it was.
He did Monday Night Football for like 10 years and then went back to the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Mike T. Hopefully he does great in TV, which I'm sure he will because he's unbelievable.
Charisma, baby.
No doubt.
Moving to the divisional round, which one you pumped to see the most? Bills at Broncos on CBS. We got the Niners at the Seahawks up there in the land of the 12s on Fox. And then Sunday, those are both two Saturday games. And then Sunday, we got Texans, Patriots, Rams at Bears on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, I mean, the game I'm the most excited for is the game that I'm going to actually be at, which is going to be the Texans-Patriots game. And I do think it'll be a game that'll be full of excitement. I'm looking forward to May versus this Texans defense to see how he responds and how he operates. He's been incredible. He's been poised. It's going to be hard to be poised against these guys.
2 defensive touchdowns against the Steelers, man.
The one that I'm not going to that I am excited to watch is Chicago versus the Rams. I think it's going to be an exciting one. I also just like watching both those teams play. Like, I like Sean McVay. I like Ben Johnson. I like watching all the design. I like Puka Nacua. I like watching Caleb Williams. I mean, it's a lot of things that will lend itself to just being a fun game to watch, I'm sure.
I'm fucking pumped on this Bills-Broncos game. I'm so pumped that it's the first one we get to fucking see. It's going to be on CBS on Saturday. Josh and Bo Nix kind of play the game similar in my eyes. You know, obviously 2 completely different athletes. Bo he's every bit of exciting especially in his early years, because he still hasn't reached that pinnacle yet. And this is an opportunity where he can kind of start to cement his name among the best quarterbacks in the league, man. And I'm excited to see that matchup.
Yeah.
That wraps up Bold Topics, brought to you by Intuit TurboTax. Don't forget to do your taxes.
Let's wrap up this episode with some stamps of the week,
which is brought to you by HBO Max. Don't miss the new Game of Thrones series, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, premiering this Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern on HBO Max. And for my stamp of the week, I'm keeping it in the family.
You're not Mom?
Dude, I'm going Mom all day. Did you watch this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
She killed it. Mom was doing great. I mean, I know she got eliminated, but
I was so proud of her, man. She looked like she was having a blast, enjoying it all. And for all of you that don't know, our mother just did Traitors, and she was the first ever secret traitor that the show, early episodes, but man, it was just so fun to see her out there living out her dream, giving the world a beautiful message about, being fortunate enough to do these things at her age and where she is in life. And it's just so cool to see her live in that moment, man.
I agree. No, I thought she did fantastic. Like, I know she was eliminated, but I think it's really hard to go into those shows as like an outsider. That you become like an easy target to try and maneuver in that show. So yeah. I thought Mom did a great job. I loved watching her in it. I thought she was way more deceitful and devious than I thought Mom could ever be, which was surprising.
That too. She stood her ground at the round table.
Oh yeah.
And it was just so cool to see. And shout out to everybody on this Traitors.
I'm gonna stamp some kids, because who doesn't love stamping kids that are getting into fisticuffs together? Let's take a look at this hockey fight that's been making the rounds. I don't know if you guys have seen it, 92%ers, but who doesn't love a good hockey fight to begin?
This is so epic. Doesn't it just take you back?
Your gloves, and you would just do this for fun. You just beat the shit out of each other.
Royal Rumble. Let's go. We're already sweaty from practice. Let's fucking go.
Travis Kelce has never been one to shy away from the spotlight, but this time he's stepping into a brand new arena, and he's bringing his brother Jason along for the ride. Imagine these two, already household names in the world of football, now making waves in a completely unexpected way as co-authors. Their debut book together, cleverly titled No Dumb Questions and All of Our Dumbest Answers, is poised to become the talk of the summer, and not just among sports fans. The Kelce brothers have always known how to command attention, whether it's on the field, behind a microphone, or now with pen in hand. Their personalities are magnetic, the kind that makes you want to lean in and hear what wild, hilarious, or downright insightful thing they'll say next. This book is more than just a collection of stories. It's an invitation into the world of two brothers who, despite their immense success, never lost their sense of humor or their curiosity about, well, everything. From the start, Travis and Jason have embraced the idea that life is more interesting when you're willing to ask questions, even the ones that might seem a little off the wall. That philosophy is at the heart of their podcast, New Heights, where a simple segment, answering fans' weirdest, funniest, and most random questions, quickly became a highlight for listeners and for the brothers themselves. It's easy to see why this segment caught fire. Where else can you hear two NFL stars debate whether a straw is one hole or two, or reminisce about their family's strangest holiday rituals? That same spirit runs through every page of their new book, turning idle curiosity into an art form. But what truly sets this book apart is its ability to move seamlessly between outrageous humor and genuine insight. One moment you might be laughing at Travis's take on the best pre-game meal, spoiler. It's not what you think, and the next you're drawn into Jason's heartfelt account of what it was like to play in the Super Bowl with his brother. It's a rare thing for a sports book to feel this personal, this inviting, and this unpredictable. For longtime fans, the book is a treasure trove of new anecdotes and behind-the-scenes glimpses that you won't find anywhere else. You'll discover how the brothers navigated sibling rivalry, supported each other through injuries, and even handled the chaos of their now legendary podcast recordings. Whether they're reflecting on the toughest moments of their careers or just trying to settle a bet over which breakfast cereal reigns supreme, you get the sense that their bond is as unbreakable as their sense of fun. But you don't have to know a thing about football to fall in love with this book. The Kelces have crafted something that appeals to anyone who's ever wondered about the world, laughed at themselves, or found comfort in family. Their willingness to poke fun at each other and themselves makes their stories universally relatable. You'll find yourself rooting for them, not just as athletes, but as brothers and as people. What's perhaps most surprising is how the book manages to sneak in genuine wisdom between the laughs. The brothers aren't afraid to get real about the pressures of professional sports, the importance of mental health, or the value of never taking yourself too seriously. They've seen the highs and lows, and they share those experiences with a level of honesty that's both refreshing and inspiring. If you're expecting a traditional sports memoir, think again. This is a book that dares to be different, much like the brothers who wrote it. It's a celebration of curiosity, of never outgrowing your sense of wonder, and of finding joy in life's strangest questions. And if you happen to learn a few fun facts along the way, all the better. The Kelces make it clear. There are no dumb questions, only opportunities to connect, to laugh, and to learn together. As the release date draws near, anticipation is reaching a fever pitch. Bookstores are bracing for a rush of fans eager to get their hands on a copy. But it's not just sport enthusiasts who are excited. Anyone looking for a fresh, funny, and unexpectedly heartfelt read will find something to love within these pages. Whether you're a devoted follower of their podcast, a casual football fan, or just someone in search of a good story, this book promises to deliver. And if you're left wanting more, don't worry. The Kelce brothers have never been ones to rest on their laurels. With their infectious energy and boundless curiosity, there's no telling where they'll go next. One thing's for sure, whatever they do, you'll want to be along for the ride.